All right, this is that outdoors episode. You can hear some birds in this one. Stacy and I on Saturday we were doing triple double on movies this weekend. We ended up watching an encouraging movie. Maybe not encouraging. That's not the word I want to say.
No,
You forgot to introduce yourself.
I mean, you didn't take a breath, so I could. You're gonna hear all kinds of extraness going on here because he gave me one of these lavalier mics without the top on it. So I apologize for any extra noises you may hear. It was weird. Like it was a movie that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, you got to be real structured and uptight with this movie.
Right, because there's flashbacks and then flashbacks within the flashback.
And then medium flashbacks.
Yeah.
And then small ones too, like
right.
a night before type shit.
Right, and you think that they're all tied together, but eventually they do tie together and it makes sense, but this is one of those movies that you have to pay attention the entire time or else you're going to be lost on what's going on.
And this movie is called Challengers.
It has Zendaya in it, so I think that's why we kind of picked it. I don't know if it was her character or how they wrote her character or whatever, but I wasn't impressed with her in this movie.
You weren't?
No. I mean, she wasn't trash, and I mean, it was a pretty decent movie overall, but I expected something different, I think.
Right. I think with this movie, it has two former tennis pair partners.
Right, since 12 years old,
yeah,
I think is what they were saying.
They end up breaking up over. They break up their relationship
basically over her,
and then over the female, and then she constructs this nice, neat way of keeping them both in a spider web for the rest of their lives, basically, or at least until the point that they play each other again.
See, the one dude thought that it was a ploy to kind of be able to see him, but the view I got from the movie, she wasn't trying to get them together. It was basically giving her husband a one last hurrah and didn't even know who all was there.
Right. But to me, a theme was that she was all about tennis. Like, she didn't matter which one it was. She wanted to keep her legacy going in tennis because her career got cut short from a knee injury that I'm going to just call a torn ACL because it makes the most sense. Or MCL, one of the two.
Right. Because all three of them were tennis players, and
two of
them went to Stanford, and one of them went pro. And it was weird. It was crazy. There was funny parts in it, sad parts in it. You have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and with this one right here, this was an odd pick of the weekend. This movie, because we started watching Boy Kills World, and I'll be honest with y'all about Boys Kill World, if you ever get a mini review from us, it had the voice of Bob's Burger on it, and like 10 minutes into it, it's something that I'll watch, but it wasn't nothing that caught Stacy's eye. And even with this movie, it took the first 20 minutes before we got deep into it. I'm not like going to bash this movie because I don't like to just go out here and bash it.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, it was a pretty good movie.
It was a pretty good movie.
You just have to give it 100% focus, and I don't do that anymore.
Right, and my thing is like with this one, I give all my movies that I want to watch that.
Right.
And this was something that was not a mutual movie between either one of us. This was something that was on the docket. It was either this movie or Civil War.
Well, I mean, I had it on my list to watch because Zendaya was in it, but like I said, I don't know. The character she played was really weird for her.
Right, and it fell short. It does a lot of teasing in it, and the teasing made a gangster outcome in the very beginning of the movie that I will not exploit to you all this time.
Right.
You definitely watch this movie. This is something that if you're
interesting.
If you got a time and you just need something to watch after you watch the other two movies, Fall Guy and Godzilla, in whichever order you do, the Challengers could be the next movie you watch. This movie will not go in the archive of mine. It will not ever be a rewatch of mine. It'll be something that I want to suggest to certain people that are into like soap opera type stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're not into that soap opera realm of watching movies, I don't necessarily know how deep I will go with this.
Right. And like I was kind of sad, or not sad. I was upset with the ending. Like, how's it going to end? Like,
it ended without an ending.
Right. Because it could go either way. Like, my thing is, did dude win because the other dude caught him? Or did dude lose because he was technically over the net when he hit the ball.
Right. So who really won the match? That's the
Right.
question. I need the producers. I need someone that has insight into this, or a tennis person.
Well, it says as Art slams the ball over to end the match, he collides with Patrick over the net, and the two embrace tightly, ending their intense rivalry once and for all, while Tashi and the crowd cheer.
What?
Like, I mean, so obviously Art wins, which is the husband. But what happens after that?
Nothing. We didn't get nothing after
Like,
that. It was kind of
does
flat.
he win his one trophy that he has never won?
Does he go do the U.S. Open?
Do they stay together? Well, do they get a divorce later? What's going on?
Well, here's the key thing. He stepped down to an amateur tournament, or to a smaller tournament,
because he lost the match before. Like I think, and that doesn't explain anything either, because it seems like he took a break for a while.
Right.
Like maybe he got injured or something, because he had all those scars on him, and they were making it a point to focus on those. So I don't believe it was the actor that truly had the scars. I think something happened, but we never got an explanation with that.
Right. And the only thing that bothered me about this movie is, like, even though we seen a rivalry built up over the girl, you didn't get the rivalry that should have been built up from their younger age to then. Because it should have been some type of competitive nature. Because when they were playing as a duo, that little first scene you see, that duo makes you think that, oh, these dudes are going to be playing pairs of tennis forever. The way that they played. And they got their trophies, and then she dissected them, and then psychologically they broke themselves down. She didn't do that part. They did it on their own by obsessing over this one lady, which is Zendaya. And overall, what was the name? Art wins the war and the battle.
Right.
And that was one of those things that's kind of like, just kind of like out there and kind of weird, because I'm just like, why would someone do that?
Right. And it was a low budget film, technically, I think, because it was a 55 million budget, and it, according to Wikipedia, the box office made 81.6 million.
Yes.
So that's not a huge profit off of this movie.
Right. And the movie,
and I can see why.
And the movie was a quick release, and I must want to say that it's already on Hulu, if I'm correct. Something I will check into when I get a chance to look at my phone, and I'll go on there, because I think that it was, and it was one of those odd things that kind of just threw me for a loop, because I'm like, hey, what in the world is going on? And right now, at the moment, Stacy's looking it up to see if it is.
As you're talking.
Yeah.
It isn't on Hulu yet.
It's not on Hulu, but it was one of those things that we, I've talked many times about this, and this is not filler for the episode, but this is just one key thing. This release date to streaming date, now physical copies, it takes some time for them to come out, but this release date to stream date is getting way too close. Mm-hmm. You can put almost 15 days now between a movie, and we've seen that with Fall Guy, almost 18 days.
Well, it said that this was something about March. I saw something about March in their release date, April 26th. So I think something about March and then April. So it's been a good bit, and we're just now watching it, but still.
But even April 26th, what's today's date? If you're at today's date, it ain't been nothing but a month.
May 26th?
Yeah, May 26th. So it's been a month since it's been out. So that's kind of scary for certain movies. If you're not a big thing like a Godzilla or a Fall Guy, you might not make your money back, because something that's creative like this, had this been something that Netflix had on there, I could see this being a great movie, or even Hulu when they do their little Searchlight Fox movies. But this was something I wouldn't have brought to a theatrical release,
right?
Because it's not an attention grabber. It has a subtle story that gives you nothing but soap opera plot twist.
Okay, yeah, I get that. And like I said, it wasn't an awful movie. Like, I enjoyed it. I just didn't like the ending, because I wanted more. But I feel like a sequel isn't going to allow enough. Like, there's not enough information that I need for that to be able to be a sequel, unless they decide to kill the dude and she goes with the other dude,
right,
or something.
And that's the thing that gets me there. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was stuck on this movie. We watched it, and
The previews and the trailers and stuff like that made it feel like a lot better movie than it truly was.
right. And I think that's what hyped me up the trailers, because
Mm-hmm.
not even on the poster don't do shit for me on this one.
Right.
This poster is very underwhelming because it's just Zendaya. If I want to see Zendaya in a good role, I'll watch her in Dune Part 2 when I get a chance. You know I can see her in Spider-Man and be inspired by something she does. Or for you TV people, Euphoria, because I know that that's a big thing, which is something I have not watched yet. I'm going to wait to make sure it doesn't get any more seasons, and then I'll watch it once it's in syndication or somewhere that makes sense. I love you, Max, on certain things, but I don't know about TV shows. That's one thing I got to get used to. HBO and Cinemax or whatever you call yourself. But on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
And we are signing off.